Hey YouTube, this is the Robinhood Investor. Hope you had a great week of trading. As always, I really appreciate your support. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to learn more about investing, subscribe to this channel. Today, I'm going to provide an update on my Robinhood portfolio. Currently, I'm at $336,277. Cash position of $45,824. I also have another $30,000 in a high yield savings account, so I can easily deploy into the market when there are opportunities to buy. Most of my portfolio is in US equities, and the market has been extremely optimistic, even with all the uncertainty. Taking a look at my portfolio, my largest position is VOO, Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. This tracks 500 largest US companies, and it's pretty diversified in different sectors. This makes up 16.22% portfolio, or $47,103. I'm up 20% on this position. I figure if I can't beat the market, might as well have a position in it, and that's why I have VOO. Next is VGT, Vanguard Information Technology ETF. This tracks some of the largest technology companies in the US. This makes up 6.88% portfolio, or $19,973. I'm up 117% on this position. Next is Schwab Large Cap ETF. This is very similar to VOO. This makes up 4.44% portfolio, or $12,908. I'm up 35%. So some people have been asking me why I have both Schwab and Vanguard ETFs. I actually started a lot with ETFs when I started my portfolio, but I plan to consolidate some of my positions. So that's why I have both. Our largest stock position is Apple. Majority of the revenue is from iPhones, and recently they reported earnings, and their services, as well as Mac computers, have been doing really well in terms of sales. And also they announced the iPhone 12, the different models, which has 5G capabilities. So I think this specific iPhone cycle will really take off in terms of sales. This makes up 8.22% portfolio, or $23,872, up 167%. Next is NVIDIA, which is big in the GPU space, graphics processing units. This makes up 6.2% portfolio, or $18,000. I'm up 167% on this position. Next is Alibaba, which is big in e-commerce as well as web services in China. This makes up 6.07% of my portfolio, or $17,632, up 81% on this position. And there's been recent reports of China's, their economy is taking off in terms of their GDP. So hopefully Alibaba will benefit from that. Next is Microsoft, which is big in enterprise solutions. This makes up 5.01% portfolio, or $14,565, up 129% on this position. Next is Amazon, which is big in e-commerce in the US. And if you look at their recent earnings report, they've been doing very well with everything going remote and people wanting to shop more online. This makes up 4.57% of my portfolio, or $13,274, up 123% on this position. And for Amazon, I'm planning to continue to buy. I started a new recurring investment of $300 per week, and I started my first investment on October 7th of this past year, and so far I've invested $1,200, and I'm down 4.14% for this recurring investment. But overall, I'm up 123%. Next is Tencent, which is big in online services, financial services, social media, gaming in China. This makes up 4.21% portfolio, or $12,242, up 70.9% on this position. I also have a recurring investment of $100 per week in this stock, which I started on October 7th. So far, I have $400 invested, and I've been up 9.55% on this recurring investment. But overall, I'm up 71% on this position. Next is Visa, which is big in the payment processing space. This makes up 3.83% of my portfolio, or $11,111. I'm up 62% on this position. I also have a recurring investment in this of $100 per week. So far, I invested $200, and I'm down 8.41% on this position. But overall, I'm up 62.75%. Next is Alphabet Class A shares, and they actually spiked right after reporting earnings. Overall, ad revenue taking off. This makes up 2.23% portfolio, or $6,474. I'm up 57% on this position. This is Class A shares. Class C shares, which does not have voting rights, makes up 1.68% portfolio, or $4,866. I'm up 62.71% on this position. Next is Facebook, which is big in communications and social media. This makes up 3.17% portfolio, or $9,201. I'm up 54% on this position. And if you look at the earnings report recently, they continue to acquire more and more users month over month and quarter after quarter, both domestically in the US as well as internationally. And I think as they continue to increase their monetization, Facebook will benefit from that. In Facebook, I have a recurring investment in this. So far, I invested $300 at $100 per week, and I'm down 4.06% for the recurring investment. But overall, I'm up 54% on this position. Next is Johnson & Johnson, which is big in the healthcare space. They make pharmaceutical, medical devices, as well as consumer products. This makes up 2.7% per position, or on a portfolio, or $7,952. I'm up 5.85% on this position. And Johnson & Johnson pays a pretty solid dividend at 2.86%. Next is McDonald's, which is a big restaurant chain. Makes up 2.21% portfolio, or $6,411. I'm up 33% on this position. Next is United Health, which makes up 2% portfolio, or $5,813. Up 76% on this position. And overall, United Health has been doing well past couple years. Next is Home Depot, which makes up 1.65% portfolio, or $4,800, up 75% on this position. And Home Depot obviously is in the home improvement space. AT&T pays out a very solid dividend yield at, I think, 7.66, almost 8%, which is really solid. And it's a dividend aristocrat. This makes up 1.66% portfolio, or $4,813, down 21% on this position. I might add more to AT&T, considering that their overall past year down 30%, past 5 years down 19.86%. So overall, it's fairly low. PayPal, which is big in the fintech space, whether it's business to consumer or consumer to consumer. This is 1.54% portfolio, or $4,466, up 143% on this position. Next is Costco, which is in the warehouse retail space. Makes up 1.61% portfolio, or $4,665, up almost 49% on this position. And they continue to retain their customers and have a solid retention in terms of their membership. And people need to continue to buy consumer staples from Costco, so Costco benefits from that. Boeing, which is taking a tough hit from the lack of travel, but they continue to do well in the defense space contracts. Makes up 1.49% portfolio, or $4,330. I'm down 35% on this position. And recently they also announced a big layoff. So Boeing's taking a big hit. But I think they will pick back up in the long term. It's just going to take a while to get back to the new normal. Oops. Baozun, which is the Shopify of China, makes up 1.37% portfolio, or $3,988. I'm up 8% on this position. Berkshire Hathaway makes up 1.26% portfolio, or $3,648, up 9.6% on this position. So this is Warren Buffett's company, and they own a lot of shares in Apple as well as big banks, and partially own some other companies. I think in the long term they'll continue to do well. They don't pay a dividend yield, but I think it'll do well in the long run. 3M, which is a solid dividend stock, makes up 1.1% portfolio, or $3,200, down 17.6 on this position. PepsiCo, which is in the snacks and beverage space, makes up 1.06% portfolio, or $3,082, up 13% on this position. Next is Nexera Energy, which has been doing very well past year and past 5 years. This makes up 0.91% portfolio, or $2,638, up 67% on this position. I might add more to Nexera Energy considering they're a very steady dividend stock. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, which is big in the chip space, semiconductor, makes up 0.9% portfolio, or $2,600, up 86% on this position. Next is Cisco, which is in the network communication space, makes up 0.67% portfolio, or $1,946, down 14.74% on this position. So after Cisco is Activision. This is 6.63% portfolio, or $1,818, 15% on this position. Disney, which is big in entertainment and parks, makes up 0.63% portfolio, or $1,818, up 18.4% on this position. Baidu, which is like the Google of China, makes up 0.51% portfolio, or $1,474, down 27% on this position. The Trade Desk, which is in the programmatic advertisement space, makes up 0.39% portfolio, or $1,130, up 95% on this position. Constellation Brands, which it has beer, wine, and spirits, makes up 0.17% portfolio, or $495, down 25% on this position. Ichi, which is in the streaming space in China, makes up 0.17% portfolio, or $489, down 19% on this position. Next couple ones are ETFs. So Vanguard Medcap Value ETF makes up 0.57% portfolio, or $1,644, up 12.19%. Vanguard Consumer Discretionary ETF makes up 0.87% portfolio, or $2,520, up 85% on this position. Vanguard Healthcare ETF makes up 0.61% portfolio, or $1,783, up 53% on this position. Last but not least is Vanguard Industrials ETF, makes up 0.44% of my portfolio, or $1,288, up 17.56%. So that's all in my Robinhood portfolio. What are your thoughts? Comment down below. So overall, I plan to add more in Amazon, Tencent, Visa, and Facebook. And I plan to continue to add more to the position week after week, just so I have, I'm just steadily increasing my positions and getting exposure to the market. Also have a large cash position of 45,824. Have another 30,000 in a high yield savings account, so I can easily buy when there are opportunities to buy. That's all in my portfolio. What are your thoughts? Comment down below. Remember to use referral links below, and both of us get $20 for using personal capital or free stock for using Robinhood. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to learn more about investing, subscribe to this channel. See you in this video.